Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about all things insulation. Super excited about that. We're gonna try to do our best to make insulation fun for you guys. Returning favorite guest that's always on the channel. We got my man Andy.
How you doing?
Doing good. Andy loves being on video. So really quick, where are we from? Accurate Insulation?
Dave Roeder.
Amanda Grinnell.
Steve Stave.
There you go. All right, so we're talking insulation today. This is a big meeting, Andy. This is a big powwow. So what's going on here?
So we're gonna give you some options on insulation, sound insulation. These guys are the experts, so they'll maybe talk about a few things that they would do that might not be included or might be beneficial to you guys in the long run. What's gonna be paybacks on how long you're gonna be here, you know, if it's worth it to do certain things, and just try to make the house as comfortable as possible for you.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Comfortable house?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. All right, everybody's talking in sound bites today. I don't know why. Everybody gets so weird once you turn the camera on. It's awesome.
I have been up since like 2 o'clock in the morning with
This
the
is
kids,
true.
So
Yeah, we haven't slept much.
I'm not doing so great.
She has a good excuse.
Yeah, right? So I guess what are we spec'd out for or budgeted for? And then I don't know if there's a good, better, best. Like if anybody doesn't know insulation, give me like your best minute education if you can for these guys.
The best way to insulate a home, in my opinion, is a hybrid insulation system that includes closed cell foam with a unfaced insulation bat over top of it, or a cellulose product, or a mineral product.
Okay.
All three features give you different benefits, and the unfaced is going to be your good product, where it will give you some sound attenuation. Then you go to wall stabilized cellulose, which gives you fire and better sound attenuation than fiberglass. And then you go to the supreme product, which is mineral wool, which is a fire bat sound attenuation bat. That's more of a commercial product that we use inside of residential house.
Okay, and one we were just talking a second ago, it's not like a blanket, you have to do one thing for everything. You can upgrade certain rooms. Is that right, or am I not right?
You can do anything. All of the products can be interchanged depending on the utilization of the space in your home.
All right, sounds good. All right, so Andy, how do we take this conversation away? Where do we go first? Or
We're just gonna start with the basic package of the house and how we're gonna do most of the outside walls, the attic, and then we'll go room by room for as far as sound, what you're thinking about doing sound. Later we can talk about the basement at the end, just what we're gonna do down there. That's pretty basic down there.
all right, cool. So Dave, where do you want to start?
Well, we can start with the exterior walls of the home.
Okay.
That we're going to do a 2-inch closed cell application with a unfaced fiberglass bat over top of it, which will give you about an R25. But the closed cell foam does a great job at air sealing, and at 2 inches, you're 92% protected from thermal reduction of energy from the interior versus the exterior of the house both ways. And the house was built with zip panels, so the best thing about a zip panel from an insulation standpoint is it gives you continuous insulation of your home. So it eliminates all the thermal bridging from the structure of your home.
Okay, cool. Where do people go wrong in insulation? And then we'll kind of get on the tour, but where do people go wrong with insulation? Do they not invest enough or get the higher product, or like where do you notice people leaving some upgrades on the table?
Most of the time, your most bang for your buck is what we call stack effect. So you want to really get an R60 in a category 5, which we're in Michigan, is an R60 that's recommended by the Department of Energy, and most people will do an R38 or an R49, but they really, to get your best bang for your buck, you should do R60.
Okay, cool deal. All right, well, I'm following you, brother. Let's go check this thing out. All right, so Dave, we said this wall, we're gonna just cover this with, what is it called, MSV?
It's a mass vinyl load sheet.
Okay.
And the reason why we're using that type of product is because you have cold air returns in the wall, and you would not be able to soundproof the entire wall with a traditional bat.
Okay.
So we use a mass vinyl sheet.
And that also cut down a little bit if kids are running up and down the stairs, in theory, a little bit?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So we don't need to do anything for reference, folks, if you guys are listening. Like nothing on this wall because that's just a closet. Nothing on the exterior side of that bathroom, just to kind of on-ramp you guys, because there's not gonna be any sound transferring necessarily through there. Nobody's in there. We'll get to the master in a second, but Andy, where are we going next? You said the formal. What were you saying in here?
Formal dining room, I don't think you guys need anything for sound. Kitchen, I wouldn't think. Usually we do the powder room.
And you have to have the bath right there.
Do we want to do something in the bath, Liz, or?
Usually we do.
She's playing with his baby. Okay.
And right in the middle of the house. You got your kitchen on the other side.
Yep. What next level trim would you recommend for something like this?
Just sound insulate the walls, just to.
Okay.
We do a mineral fiber, or Do we decide on that yet?
Yeah, laundry rooms, bathrooms, I would do mineral wool,
Okay.
which is your best sound application that
Okay.
you can do. What's unique about this bathroom is you have 2 cold air returns again. So we will have to do the inside of this wall with that mass vinyl sheet to protect the cold air returns.
Okay. Liz, you good with that? Sounds good.
She's all good.
I think we're like the easiest upsell people on the planet right now. Everybody's been over budget. I said earlier to Dave, I said, if you're only up 20% over budget, so that's actually not too bad.
He's gonna write me a blank check.
Oh, I didn't say that. Don't look at the letterhead if it says Grecky on the top.
This is laundry room here with the kitchen. Do we really need to do that? It's not
Well, what's this right here?
kitchen.
Kitchen with an island.
So now you have to decide, like I said earlier, as a personal choice, when you're doing laundry, do you want to stop that noise from coming over into the kitchen? Is it worth it or not worth it to you? It's a personal choice.
Personal choice. Miss Liz, your thoughts?
A lot of laundry.
Washer and dryer are gonna be going 24/7.
We do get a lot of laundry service at the moment. Once you go back, or once you go there, you're probably not going back.
Usually it goes by bedrooms. What we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only get one chance.
Probably add something there just in case.
You're probably talking like $150 to $200.
Yeah, I spent it on lunch today for Scott,
All right,
the electrician.
you're good.
Okay, is that worth it to you? Sure.
We can put them down as line options too, so.
Makes sense. I would say go for it. It's not that big of a deal. You want to go to garage, Andy? Or what are you thinking?
Hey Dave, one quick question. We are doing foam here, correct?
Exterior 2 inches.
Cause this being a shed roof, should we hit that a couple feet out?
Yeah, if you want to come
Yeah,
over here for
yeah.
a second, I can explain something to you. Where this truss is laying on the top board, you can only get about an R13 at that top board.
Okay.
So that's what causes ice damming to your roofs. What we do is we take close-cell foam and we spray it up to where we can get to 12 inches, to where we can get to an R38 minimum, and that should reduce and eliminate what we call ice damming on your roof.
Let's add that.
All right,
There
sounds
you go.
great.
Thank you. Are you imagining your mudroom? There you go. All right, so what are you thinking out here, Andy?
So out here, the garage for most of it, we'll just do the fiberglass insulation, fiberglass lid, and then we do have a bathroom over here.
Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, you're not heating it full time around, right?
This will be heated, but
The garage will be heated. The bathroom is gonna have a ceramic heater in the winter. I think that's what they call it, right? Like a register thing.
just to keep it warm.
Yeah, just to keep it warm.
Yeah, so that bathroom will be 50 degrees in the winter time or whatever that's at.
Okay.
Insulated doors, good windows, blown insulation, you're good.
Sweet. All right, so I was bugging Dave really quick. So what is the difference with like the pink traditional fiber insulation and then like the stuff you spray and like, I don't know if you guys have seen like the gun that expands in the cavity. What are the differences?
Spray with the expanding is a closed cell foam.
Okay.
That, you know, has the air infiltration properties to it, and it does the thermal reduction of energy loss between the two interior versus exterior.
Okay.
So typically in a garage, if you're not living in the garage or not purposing it and it's just using it as a garage, you really don't need to waste your money on foaming the garage. So we just do put a typical fiberglass bat inside the walls of the garage.
And the spray foam stuff more so goes inside?
Interior walls, correct. That's
Gotcha.
gonna be conditioned year round 24/7.
That's awesome. Do you guys ever do any YouTube videos where you guys spray that stuff and watch it expand? You know, like the oddly satisfying?
Yeah, yes.
You know what I-
It's been done, yes.
Those are always fun to watch on YouTube and on Instagram. So my oddly satisfying people out there. All right, so just a little quick intermission. So wasn't really much upstairs. We did like 2 walls because with our 14-foot ceiling, this is exterior, something else was exterior. So it didn't really matter because they're gonna do the closed cell or open cell anyway. We did like 2 walls for the staircase for the favorite child room, just to give that little extra sound protection. Again, not that expensive, a couple $100 here and there, but I'm happy to make those little upgrades. I think the big thing that we gotta just double check here as the rest of the team just went downstairs is the basement, because that's really where we have downstairs entertainment, you know, with the main little downstairs living room with the nicer sound system for the AV, and then also the office that I have downstairs for like a social media room, and then a little library sitting room for a reading nook. So let's go check that out. All right, so we're downstairs. We're trying to figure out where we want to keep the budget, where do we want to invest in the house, and what were we just talking about, rim joists?
The rim joist, the
Okay.
band joist that goes around the outside perimeter of the house between the basement and the first floor.
Okay.
We need to use a closed cell application to seal all the penetrations and the imperfections of the sill plate with the rim joist, because that's one of the leading leakage areas of a home in a new construction built and existing is your band joist in the basement.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Give me the graduated from 3rd grade answer, because I have no idea what you just said. And I say that with love, but to somebody who is just going through this whole process, what does that really mean?
Rim joist is an area that has a lot lot of air leakage.
Okay.
In order to seal it off, you have to use a closed cell application of foam.
Okay.
To air seal it off so that you don't lose your conditioned air going from the inside to the outside or the outside to the inside.
Okay, so that gets rid of all those little seepage and permeations.
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. Andy, you know what he's talking about, right?
Yep, that's the best, that's one of the worst areas we ever have for air leakage in the house. So you're getting the most bang for the buck by foaming that off.
Okay, and then let me ask you one other thing, Dave. You said, because I was trying to pick and choose and try to save a couple bucks, but you had said, we've seen this before, but really what you're looking for, and I always appreciate this. Sometimes the customer doesn't really know what they're talking about, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And you had said, insulate the whole ceiling because that sound will travel.
Yeah, it'll travel through your floor joists, but you can pick and choose. You just have to bond off the areas that you are picking and choosing where you're putting your sound installation. Or you just do the complete ceiling and then you don't have to worry about bonding off the insulation.
And sometimes is it more cost effective to just do whole sections than to pick and choose?
Correct.
Oh, okay, cool. Does it make sense? All right, cool. Crew, do you understand? Yes, sir. All right, cool. We're all on board. All right, well, there you go. That's just a quick installation walkthrough video for us so far today. Hopefully, we'll be able to see the final product here. How long does this take, by the way? A couple weeks, couple months?
So to get to installation, we still have to go get our inspections, electrical inspection, plumbing inspection, rough building inspection, then we start insulating. Installation takes 5 days, 6 days.
Yeah,
About a week.
About a week.
About a week.
So maybe in a month?
By the end of the month, we should be insulating.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
End of September.
All right, cool. Well, can I be here when you guys do that, or do you have to wear masks and all that?
No, not when we're spraying foam. You cannot be in here. You got 24 hours
24 hours?
and then you can come into the building.
Wait, can I set up some GoPros though, and you guys can like time lapse it though?
You can set them up, but we can't take responsibility if they get dirtied or damaged.
They're gonna get sprayed over. These things, I got a bunch of these little GoPros around. They're like $400 or $500 each. So, all right, well, we'll wrap it up. Super appreciate all you guys' help. If you want to plug, if anybody needs installation, where they from, or where are you guys from?
From Accurate Insulation, Whitmore Lake, Michigan.
All right, cool deal. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.